loves, Jackie here.
And Mom.
And this is part 2 of spaghetti sauce.
Okay, we've reevaluated the spaghetti sauce a little bit, and we feel like adding 2 tablespoons of basil and 2 tablespoons of oregano, too much seasoning for the amount of cans of sauce that we did. So, one thing you could do is
extra can, like the small can or the big can?
The big one. Extra can of
an extra big can of...
Or, simply cut the amount of oregano and basil in half. So just do 1 tablespoon each. And I think that will be a lot more pleasing to the palate and a lot more a lighter flavor that kids will like too.
Yeah. And that's the end of part 2 sauce.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to be doing this week's food recipe.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys then.
And today we're going to show you how to make some cooked cabbage in the Instant Pot. Remove any of the kind of bad leaves, the ones that kind of look all kind of grimy and stuff. And then you're just going to cut a whole head of cabbage into chunks. This is actually one of the fastest and one of my favorite things to do in the Instant Pot because I'm really a big fan. I'll cut up any of those grimy pieces. I'm really a big fan of Brussels sprouts. And, you know, you can see, like, right, a cabbage is sort of like a giant Brussels sprout anyway. And kind of tastes similar, so these are great. So you're going to cut this into big chunks, the whole thing. You're going to put it in the Instant Pot, add 1 cup of water, and about a teaspoon or 2 of salt, and the same, maybe just 1 teaspoon of pepper. So it's just a very simple, quick cut. I just leave it in chunks.
Kind of satisfying.
Yeah, and maybe just cut a little bit smaller, just a half. Actually, I kind of like it because then when you leave it in chunks, it comes out in big chunks. So you can just grab them and eat them.
So I have a question.
Okay.
So when you're cutting them, do you pour the water before you do it or after? I know it's not really a big deal, but
yeah, it's
just
fine.
want.
Yeah, I actually usually just put the water in at the end, and what I like to do is add the seasoning halfway, actually. So, if you want to pause for a second and grab some salt and pepper.
So we'll be right back, and I'm going to go grab the salt and pepper. Okay, so we got all the seasonings. We got the pepper and the salt.
Got some salt and pepper.
I'm going to put that right here.
Sure.
It's easier to see.
And I go ahead and load half of the cabbage in. And then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle with some salt and pepper. A few shakes.
So would you say that's about a teaspoon?
I don't think it's quite that much. So here's about a teaspoon of salt though. And I'll cut the other half of the cabbage.
Crunchy.
Yeah, that's not the way I cut it before, but oh well.
Oopsies, it's okay. As long as they're cut up, right?
Pretty much. And I even like to eat this cold sometimes if I'm looking for a snack. And I just want something that's kind of savory and kind of good for you.
Yeah. So do we also add more salt after and more pepper after?
Right. So you can see it's pretty full. We're almost to the top of the line here. I'm just going to go ahead and put some more salt. Maybe it's like 2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons of salt?
I mean, 1 in the first half and then now 1 again in the second half. And then after all that is in there, we need to add 1 cup of water.
Does it have to be hot or cold water?
Oh, just regular water. And then we're going to go ahead and set the Instant Pot for 10 minutes.
And see you guys soon. Okay, so we're about to turn it on.
I just like to use this one.
The dessert one?
Actually, the dessert one, yeah. To get it for 10 minutes, make sure it's on high pressure. And start. That's it. And you know, it takes some time to get up to heat. It's going to go for 10 minutes, and as soon as it turns off, we are going to do a quick release, and then it will be done.
Yep. And also, don't forget to check the description down below because it will have all the ingredients listed. And also, make sure that the valve is closed so it can. And we will see you guys when it's ready. Okay, so it finished releasing the pressure.
Yep.
And now we're going to show you guys what it looks like.
Carefully open it.
Yeah, carefully open it. That's what it
You
looks
see
like.
it's much smaller than when we put it in.
Yeah. I want to put your phone again too close to it because it's hot.
You can see it looks great. Still has the same good color. And what I like to do now is I like to have a bowl, right? With maybe with a little bit of butter and add some salt and pepper. And then I will dump it into a colander to get rid of all the liquid. And then when it cools off, just put it away. And like I said, keep it for a snack, serve it as a side dish. And it's great. It's so easy.
So that's going to be it for today's video. And we will see you guys next time. Bye, love. See you soon.
Bye.